Hello, hello. Start that recording. It has this light on it, and it changes white and red depending on whether or not it's muted. And it was pink, which means it's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth constantly. And I unplugged it, plugged it back in, and the first time it didn't work. So that's why it looks like it's working now. Okay. We're playing more Disco Elysium. How is everyone? Hey, hey, hi, hello. Jason Ralph is kind of cute. I looked him up after you said that, Misfit. Ho, hum. What were we doing? Sing karaoke. Always want to do that. Find working class husband. Retrieve your authority to Titus Hardy. Bad guy. Find moral to cryptozoologist. Oh, we have a map now. I forgot. We're fucking cool, guys. Mirror. I assume, yeah. Probably not that one. Yeah. Where did the Joyce? I think we already did stuff with her. Cafeteria window. Can we do that one now? Is it time? We're still on day 2. Everything sucks. Everyone's mean to us. Except Kim. He's our best friend. He's the only good person in this whole town. Except for that one girl who was selling wares outside her mom's bookshop.
Dock workers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. The men are talking, but you swear you hear those black limbs tap on the window as the wind blows outside. There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside. You're not so sure about that. Somehow you just know there's something out there behind the glass.
Something out there.
Yeah, your mother.
Still not time yet. Inland told you mysterious door scene. It's not time yet. What does that mean? Sorry, I'm cheating. Pause the recorded. Oh, they can't see me cheat. Okay, I remember to unpause the record. Nothing bad happened. I didn't do anything. We are 19 minutes into this. And only 3 minutes into the recording. But it's fine. I think maybe my lip might be chapped because my drink hurts me. So that's fun. I just walk around this whole time with this highlighted. Sure, I haven't talked to this guy in a while. He sucked last time, but maybe something different.
Nice aggression with the native. Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick. Let's talk about our right to work.
Exactly as
We
your
were
goal here.
promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
You're unable to breach the
Main
entrance.
gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open and try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer?
Yeah. That giant up there on the bridge you talked to. Head measurer. Won't let the workers by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke, and my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Have you considered storming in, like, all of you?
Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
That criminal look? Or are you being racist?
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Or get drunk, you say? How many times have I looked into this?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed.
Likely, yes.
Okay. I like that they called it a lorry and didn't do anything to try and change it. I'm like, yeah, that's what it's called. What else would you call it? There was a bench. There was a man. Let's talk to this guy again, I guess. Why not?
Everything's still cool here, officer.
I don't need money. Stop, young. It's not sexy. And that's all we care about in this stream. Sex appeal. That's why the first thing Misfit said when she came in was add a man to my list. Anthony's online. I did look him up. He's fine. There's definitely some pictures where like, oh, but then there's also some pictures like, eh.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing.
Just ordinary wall. Okay. And what would you name them? And how many would you have? Can't do anything with this? Oh, that's... I need my... I think it's endurance or... Well, because he probably wouldn't call me after and I'd be okay with that. Yeah, well. Whatever works for you, I suppose. Stop yawning, everyone. You're going to make me tired. Nothing. Oh,
This
excuse
door
me.
has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
I need interfacing up, I guess. I don't need to go in there. Hey, you.
Give me a moment. I'm no one. Just an old woman. If you can call it living, it's better.
And all she gets, too. The coast.
Ask away, policeman.
Can you tell me about Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
Is there a hole in the wall in the abandoned apartment?
Some lunatic lost his mind. All kinds of morons pass through these halls.
With how small these rooms are, wouldn't you want to break the wall down?
Do you know who lived in the foreclosed apartment?
How am I supposed to know? Another nut job, I assume.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks.
Okay. Hey, unpleasant child.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
That's right.
I ain't no snitch.
Actually, there is a shortage of people.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant.
Okay, Cindy. You're not being helpful. Maybe we looked at that one already.
Right. What about him?
She gives you a short nod before returning to her books.
I don't know what else to do right now.
The dented yellow mailbox. There is a hollow ring as you kick the box. It sounds like it's mostly empty. Your toe hurts now. Your toe has suffered damage.
Oh god.
It hurts.
Cool. You really showed that mail collection box.
You think so? You think it was cool?
I don't. Let's go.
He must see the box as the weaker of the two, and you as a bully. Something he doesn't stand for. Bent metal, broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Gaze upon me stuff in despair. Yeah, but I don't have... We already went over here. I don't remember that plaque.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
Water would be nice.
Thank you.
It's Tigus. I have a girlfriend.
Kill. There's a spot of static that overwrites her words.
The doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
Okay. What about this one?
You ring the doorbell, but no one answers.
Okay. What about that?
All you hear is static, but no one answers the call.
And what about that?
You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens.
Okay. What about that?
You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers the call.
What about that one?
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore.
What about that one?
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything.
Hello?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
This is a woman's voice crackling and fragile through the static.
Have you come to place an order?
Hold on. I thought I was calling the slipstream SCA. Who is this? I've been inside this building, but I didn't see anyone from Tricentennial Electrics. This place is deserted. Sorry, I don't actually have any business here.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Sorry?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
It's a woman, and she knows you. Your heart beats faster. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Yes, it's me. Here I am again, crawling back into your life. Who are you? Where are you?
Michelle, just please.
She stops and you can hear her breathe heavily, her breath distorted by ancient static. This is getting wacky.
Sounds like a ghost. Wind blows through your clothes and you feel detached from your surroundings. Inside the building, a cold memory hangs.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Of course I care. It's just I've been going through some tough time.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally speak again.
Forget about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry. The cold is deep under your skin, as if you were talking to someone who's 100 years away. Somewhere inside the building, water is flooding the cellar floor.
Hello?
She doesn't answer.
You said it was nice. What's so nice about forgetting?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
I get it. You don't want to talk to me. No one ever wants to talk to me. I'm trying to bait her.
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient.
Alright. It's a goodbye then.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and alright. Maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner.
Call her again.
There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker.
A strange metallic taste fills your mouth as you stare at the intercom.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Last time I talked, there was some confusion. You got mixed up with someone else. Hi, it's me again. I want to talk to you.
My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
Please don't hang up. I just want to explain myself.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Didn't you already say that last time we talked?
Michelle, just please.
Even her breathing, the way her voice drops when she finishes the sentence, sounds exactly the same.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
It doesn't matter what I say. You're just going to continue, right?
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box.
Your hands are getting cold and your breathing becomes visible, forming small silvery puffs in the air.
Thank you. Now tell me who's responsible for this joke.
Ever since I came to work here, it's as if my mind's been wiped clean. It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget about you.
And then it hits you.
You're a recorder.
She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder.
Real or not, your mirror neurons react. It feels painful to be listening to this.
Just a recording, and here I thought, why does it feel like, why does it still feel like it's my fault?
Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words.
This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going.
Keep listening.
The phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds.
Is anyone there?
No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow, crawling inside your head.
For 300 years I have been here, volatile and luminous, made of sodium and rain. If you want me, you can find me on the beach, dans un bal.
So,
The strange alien thought pattern ends. The lieutenant cuts in and inspected the
It
intercom.
was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve.
Something weird just happened to me.
Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
Touche.
That is true.
Touche. Oh, it's gone now.
Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident.
Revachol Ice City.
Silence. No one answers the doorbell. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you. Silence. No one answers your call. This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
This button looks new. I wouldn't be surprised if it hasn't been connected yet. Is it the dice makers?
Oh, we can do something with him now? Because of the time or something? Or is he in the whirling in rags? No. Where is he?
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname.
Kitsuragi. Kim, look, bullet holes. Someone's been shot. We're cops. We should solve it.
There. Those are old.
Oh, you mean like from the Revolution?
Yes, the one that happened half a century ago. Those bullets were fired during the Revolution and do not warrant an investigation by officers of civil law.
Okay. What can you tell me about this revolution?
Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Shall we go?
Go do some work. What do you want me to do about it?
This is golf with friends.
Are you playing golf?
Always wins.
This is golf with friends.
The house always wins.
Okay. Guess we'll keep playing for the next 5 minutes or so. Um.
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying. You're 100% sure you got special Hobocop money for that tear. At least 100% extra tear money. If the numbers on the machine told you otherwise, it's a lie.
Hobocop. I'm supposed to. No. Okay. What you got?
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. Here you go, mister. Here you go, mister.
I wonder if I can give it to the big guy.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you.
I want.
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found himself a bottle of alcohol. Here's where the magic happens. Light reflects off the green glass of the Commodore Red. The gods have been generous. Better pop it open before they change their minds. Wow, the gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy to open. A child could have done it.
Should I though? I may have a teeny weeny heart attack problem.
Oh yes, the chest pain and the dizziness. You've suffered long enough. Now it's time to drink, to live.
Why is it always about you? Your heart problem, your coronary artery. Think about us. We're in this together. You and your wacky tie of substance abuse. Do it for us. Pop it open.
No, I'm not doing it.
Fine. We're not.
Okay, 1 second, that's it.
You'll crawl back to this bottle soon enough. We'll give you another chance. Booze always gives you another chance.
That's what I appreciate
Yes,
about booze.
It's merciful that way. It's your friend. Come back to it. We're all rooting for you too. Not all of us.
You've passed up your chance to start drinking alcohol for now. But don't worry. The option to start drinking becomes available again in 2 hours.
Your race descent has only worsened.
No. I wanted to see if I could give him the alcohol. Okay. It's literally the only reason I got it. Okay, let's save game. It's time for more Disco Elysium. Last week we played for about 30 minutes and then oops, golf. So, let's see how far we get this time. We were kind of at a roadblock, if I remember correctly. There's not like a lot we can do. We're waiting for this guy. Nobody else seems to really know anything about my gun. I don't. Dragoon.
The note
What's
is written
this?
with a blue pencil on a piece of lime.
What's a note? We know all that. Dragoon, how are you?
It's a Dragoon!
What did I... Doing okay? Nice.
Yo, let's go! Let's go,
Says I
baby!
can maybe do that again.
Wait, what the fuck is that?
Dude, that's exactly what I meant in this game. I had a kind of a funky headspace day today, too. I don't know if that's... If it's just the day, or what. I don't know. Do you mean you don't know what to do in general, or like for funsies, or... Oh no, we have to go through the back to get to the hatch. I wish I was a fish. I don't understand how to get in here. It doesn't like tell me it's locked. You haven't been having fun gaming? Well. Are you... I mean, I know you say you don't know, but are you feeling more RPG-y or more like action-y, do you think?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside.
I don't understand how to open that. Open to both? Trying to think of new games. What's on your backlog? Are none of those speaking to you? But talk to this fellow. That guy sucks.
I have really outdone myself.
A lot.
This is divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat ass of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
That guy sucks.
Honey, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Tell me, what do you know about the dead man?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Really? You know absolutely nothing?
No, officers, I'm sorry.
Oh, just standing there, but I struggle to want to play them since they ain't on my PC.
You are both good guys. I can see.
What are they on? What? Like, what is it? what is it about not being on your PC that makes you not want to play it?
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Respects?
The old carabiner can't believe what he's hearing. Sounds a bit like you're holding back.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Jesus.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René?
Fucking get him, Gaston.
I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard.
And who is this Evrard, you know?
Evrard Clare. Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies
Was it
and
being on
history
Discord?
in the gymnasium.
You think Discord is stopping you from wanting to play it, or you like having the Discord on your PC when you're gaming?
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history, only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
What? Discord's on all the consoles now. I believe so. Yeah, let's see. I've Discord on, what are you playing on? PlayStation? PS4, PS5? Yeah, Discord's on PS5. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's on everything but Nintendo stuff. If that helps.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity is ancient.
Are you a union member?
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties. Help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me.
So you're not an actual member?
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card. But Evrard keeps me on the payroll. Just for the little things.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Vezavane. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look important.
Jesus, why do you guys hang out together?
I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
What are the little things you do for Evrard?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
What kind of things do you write for him?
Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I have these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Thanks. That's all for now.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
Looks delicious. Can I have a bite of that?
Sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
The only one you have.
Suddenly you realize how hungry you are. The last time you ate must have been God knows when.
Okay, I'm not that hungry anymore.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. You must have other business then?
Yeah, that's it. What about you?
The purity of snow always reminds me of the
Very
purity
low.
of a man's soul.
Yeah, that's fine. That's not her husband. Make my way to, I yeeted that fucking thing into the stratosphere, dude. Fish, 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 fish. Anything down here to tap on? Nope. I work hard. I play hard. Nope. Charity. Nothing in here, huh?
Again, you find yourself looking at that big
It's
old
not time
window.
yet. Anything new I can say to you?
I've got nothing to say to you.
Okay. What about you? So don't I know it? I wonder.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod.
I wonder if I shove that and or that into my hands.
You see a heavy steel door. The door doesn't. The door. The cobalt blue surface.
But I can't whack.
You see a heavy steel. The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you. He smiles and bangs his ladle. He looks up at you. Shrugging is an international sign for no. I don't know what's been.
Do I have any more dialogue with you after I talk to what's her butt?
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes. Another thing. Great. Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone. It's not strange, it's inconvenient. Who told you that?
Oh, is it true there was foul play? Lena.
Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of assholes around here who aren't murderers.
He's exhausted from years of dealing with the assholes. That's why he's trying so hard not to be one too.
Oh.
If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know so I can forward them the repair bill. Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. No, I don't. Or some boring storage.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing. He looks at the dust on his finger and wipes it off.
Yes?
The door is closed.
I'm going to not do that, I guess. Quick save. I'm going to try something.
The door is closed. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. He doesn't like where this is going.
Hey, what is your problem?
That felt good. Everyone is a whore. Now punch a hole in the door. Don't. Everyone is a whore. What does that even mean? Breathe in and walk away.
Punch the door.
You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce a hole. The door sits sturdily in the frame, and your fist hurts. This was all a very good, normal thing to do.
Stop that.
Still, the lieutenant gives you. He doesn't like where this is going. You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce.
Stop that.
I don't know if that's gonna. I doubt that's gonna cause anything. But let's load that quick save. So before I tried punching the door.
The window stands broken. The morning light. The morning light. The morning light.
Morning. It's whatever.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
I don't know how to get up to the roof. Anything new with this fellow?
I guess getting past the man ain't that simple after all. So, what now?
The major thing didn't go well for me. Could you help me with that somehow?
Sorry. Busy surveying the situation. I'm sure you'll figure something out. You guys have all sorts of gadgets these days. Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending to infiltrate harbor machinery.
Nope.
Maybe you could even knock that Kowalson crane over using some remote controls. Or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right?
Wait, we have air support? Why didn't you tell me?
Because we don't. We don't have air support or any of those other things.
I get it. Hush hush about the secret technology.
Pat Sivers knows what this
Something
index figure.
changes in his disposition. A merciful smile in the corner of his eye.
All right, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with Jean-Luc there, out of solidarity to the RCM. It's low in technology, however.
Yes.
First, don't fight him, obviously. Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate. Admit your lack of expertise. Basically grovel. That's how I do it. You're welcome.
What's the strike about anyway?
Serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
Okay, we'll do another quick save, I think.
Your race descent has only worse. There is nothing funky about them. There are 3 categories. Tips the F are amused. It would be cruel. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vacholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease? Oh, don't be.
There must be some friction there.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
It takes discipline. Your professional. My jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
That's true, I'm a rock and roll star and a rebel.
Rock and roll is moribund. Only Koikos listen to it anymore. There is no life left in it. My people abandoned it long ago. It leads only to neurodegenerative herpes and heroin overdoses. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race. What you need is to come to terms with extinction and never getting that dead body down from the tree.
Well, I did quick save.
Just like that, instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break. The man is reeling. Gasp. All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip.
Wait, what should I do?
Don't wait. You've only got a millisecond. He's coming to. Time is breaking loose from the stupor. His left hand curls up into a fist. That fighting pose. Watch out. He's expecting the hook.
360 flying spin kick. Jesus Christ.
The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to do this.
You slam your fist on the button.
Literally the sorriest cop on earth. Apologize 10 times.
Rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
Her voice is surprisingly calm.
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
That's me, Mr. Reasonable. Someone's got to keep it sane around here.
The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps
Day 2 of hangover?
it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
First, where's the Kingdom of
It
Conscience?
is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
How do you bring about those circumstances?
Incrementally. Yawn. You'd get there faster with a little speed.
Yeah,
History's
that's enough
greatest
electrochemistry.
catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment.
But what about all the things that are wrong now?
Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future. You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working. What benevolence. What a fucking joke.
Wait, is the Kingdom of Conscience really about doing things or just preserving the status quo? Okay, but what's the Kingdom of Conscience actually like?
Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed?
No.
Then you've never lived through real chaos. Sometimes, in the face of great disaster, defending the status quo is progress.
Okay, but what's the Kingdom of Conscience actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe.
You don't know.
Because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Sounds incredible. Allons-y, let's go there right now.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
Oh, right. Then let's get there eventually?
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Yes?
The man is still knocked out. He breathes slowly and steadily. It'll take a few moments for him to recover.
I'm surprised Kim didn't say shit about me kicking the fuck out of him. What's in here? What? Could I always get in here?
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change." The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move. Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952, and a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993. Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental.
What?
8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lummy. How may I help you?
Well, what is this
Video
place?
Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lummy.
No. Do you know me?
No.
Why did I call you?
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
Maybe, but I don't even know my name.
If you need any further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. I can't help you over the phone. Are we done?
He thinks you're pulling a prank on him. On the corner of Voyager and Main, a large neon sign hangs on the side of a building. Video Revachol, 24 hours. It's raining and there is almost no traffic on the street. A woman's footprints in the mud lead away from the front door. Tiny heels tiptoeing down the road. Beautiful steps, light-footed with a lifetime ahead of them. You look up and the air seems to grow darker. Suddenly you feel like you don't want to hear about video rentals anymore. You don't want to hear about any of it. It was all shit. It's over.
Kim, I feel sad about Video Revachol 24 hour.
That's enough for you today. Let's conclude this call.
We're done. Book La Fumée, Volume 1, Number 4. Okay, the drawers seem to be locked.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Let's see what's inside. he thinks.
Open the door.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Browse through the folders.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol, Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock.
Jamrock, I've heard of that.
The many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Force.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Look at the note.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, Kim, a to-do note with a list of errands for Everard.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Blood?
Take another look.
Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes. All items on the list. The drawer slides shut smoothly.
Someone left the coffee machine on. Dark liquid in the pot looks almost sentient. I don't like that it auto-saved. Magnesium. Ooh. Neat office shades. Plus logic, -1 authority. Plus visual calculus, -1 normal.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Friesel.
Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Flip through the pages. See what catches your eye.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections. International developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Read the editor's note.
As you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Kim, I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I want to catch up on international
This
developments.
section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Seminine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil. Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You're not even sure where most of these countries are.
You're right.
You flip back to the front of the magazine.
What is Kunst und
The table,
Kultur?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that
Arts.
Kunst und Kultur must mean
I knew
arts
Kultur
and
meant
culture.
culture, but it was Kunst.
As you leaf through
not
this
sure.
section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective.
Read the profile.
This so-called artist spotlight that certainly sounds like a certain delinquent youth who likes to harass you from her balcony.
Oh. What is this tip-top tourney?
The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing. If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll.
All right, let's see what the communists have to say about tip-top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée.
Wait, what's wrong with Tip Top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practical comment, and that precisely is what, at the end of the day, it's the destruction of these. You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tournée is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism.
Did you know Tip Top Tournée is actually an orgiastic ritual of capitalistic destruction? I had no idea.
I can safely say the thought had never crossed my mind, Detective.
I wonder what else is really just a metaphor for life under capitalism.
I'm sure most things are, if the young men who wrote this article are to be believed. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine.
See what they mean by local concerns.
Surprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Cape Side Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Wouldn't it be better for everyone if labor and capital could reach some reasonable accommodation? Charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous. The communists should have killed a lot of them when they had the chance. Or for the wild pines, all those moochers would be out of a job. Charging rent to live somewhere is pretty outrageous.
The writer G. Martin remarks dryly that capitalists love wealth redistribution, so long as it's only redistributed upward.
That's true.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds.
Put the magazine away. Look at all this shit I can't do right. There you go. Oh. Hey.
The tarpaulin cloak is still hanging on the railing. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back.
Rather clip.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Forgot about this stupid shirt. One conceptualization, -1 suggestion. +1 drama, that's all.
Yes?
Collecting Renoir. At least 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. 2 bottles of Commodore Red and potent
All
Pilsner.
those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Do I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
This is really sad. I must have been miserable.
Yes. This scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
I suppose it's where Renee works. I'm gonna look around.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is
Carabinier,
young and
not
very pretty.
Carabiner.
She is smiling playfully at the camera. René looks like he's about to smile. This photo must be tied to some good memories.
Why did you take that picture of René?
I'm a cop.
Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
Kinda wish I could put the picture back.
This is the night.
Around your great machines and boy, some white pine trees are printed onto the on-screen cover. It looks like a forest under sneer.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marche. On. Arrête. Off.
On.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. With a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. This crane was built with a purpose, which has now been fulfilled. To move this container.
What's inside the container?
Who can say? All you know is, it's special.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
The crane does not return to its original position.
See faded industrial letters on platform. Falsent.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Maybe? I can't tell. I think we should investigate further.
You do? Because I don't.
What? Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
No, Kim, it just feels special.
It's a cargo container, detective, just like all the others.
You don't even look at it.
We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to get the body down from the tree.
Knock on the door. Open the door.
Attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Persuade the door to open.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because game physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
Using my body over my wits.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Fine. Oh, no. I thought it was worth looking into. Shipyard has oddly quiet. Gray machines are sleeping. Cargo belts used it for heavy lifting. One says vermilion. Speaker tower silent. There's no work to organize in the yard below. My first blue thing, I think. The oil rust comes from the chasm in front of the yard. It smells like blood. Ooh, foam. Electrochemistry. Full-size thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. So that's green is golden and everything is red. It intersects under the weight of rain and snow. White waves on the red.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container,
Oh.
container, now belongs to Everard.
Time man is so engaged in his work he doesn't notice you. Hi!
Everard, he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
Shadow passes over his kind face. What's you people in scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for your answer.
Just some of
for
the
you to
other
answer.
guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
It's in the container over there.
Oh, that one. That
should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
But you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
Little man raises his hand in welcoming
I'm
gesture.
like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away.
Okay.
Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this Miss Beaufort?
The lieutenant looks up at Leo.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those douce sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
Suckle on.
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Hold up. Who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood.
That's the
everybody
gardener?
and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so. And she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Lieutenant smiles at the little man.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
You didn't think it was possible, but the smile becomes even wider.
Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinez, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
I'm looking for the leader of the dock workers
Oh,
union.
you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
Coughs, then continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Patience. Deep down you have the mental power to keep listening. Not many would, but you do.
Do not interrupt the letter.
Had an arithmetics teacher, Miss Bellows. Her real name was Miss Bellams. She was a real pretty lady, but when she got mad, all the boys liked her, if you know what I mean, mister. We used to sneak in her yard in the dark and peek through the window. One time we saw Miss Bellows.
Exactly what it's like talking to my residents. Sometimes it's go on a tangent, you're like, okay. 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 No, you fucking didn't. Don't say anything.
Them was naked too. That's all I got to say about that.
He keeps an eye on looking at you with a smile that's too sincere to be clever. Finally, he seems to lose some internal struggle and adds, very interesting, very interesting. Thank you for telling me the whole thing.
Thank you. Almost forgot. Mr. Everett is in that container over there. I got distracted telling the story, but he's in there.
Oh, okay, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
Oh, I could do this now. Or... should I do this, or should I... ad starts in 1 minute. Or should I use it on something else? Cancel. What is it that, where the fuck is Kuno? Empathy. Where's my empathy? Coffee in giant thermoses is still lukewarm. Stair-made pallets leading up. Taxidermy fish that tells time.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
A typical power play. Wait for him to speak first. Show him you've got a backbone.
Say nothing, look him dead in the eye.
One good eye of this man fills you up without even flickering. The other, his lazy eye, is constantly moving like a goldfish in a tank.
Grotesquely magnified by his +6 glasses.
For a moment, you don't know where to look. It is unbearably humid in the trailer. Beads of sweat slide down the man's forehead. Yet, he's unperturbed, holding his own.
Keep staring.
At first, nothing happens. His face wears a wide and self-satisfied smile. Every now and then, he smacks his big lips.
Like a general over his maps, he plots his moves. Judging by the way he's licking his chops, it's going to be a good one.
So...
He begins to speak, albeit very slowly, purposefully leaving a pause after his opener.
Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi, how nice that you found a moment to pay a visit
Dubois.
to the Debardairs Union. I'm Everard Clare, head of this little operation here. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny folding chair opposite his giant desk.
The folding chair looks like a torture device. Extremely uncomfortable.
There's another chair over here. There's one here and one here.
You go ahead, detective.
Lieutenant nods at you, then the chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best.
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing.
Probably
Forget
nothing.
about it. Filter it out. He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
Take a seat.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you are a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Gives you a sly wink. Remain serious.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debardairs Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world.
I took physical damage.
Your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say.
Oh, Gart,
This
he's fun.
should take care of that nonsense.
Points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Points at it again.
Hey, that's 25 real. That's good money. Think of all the stuff you could.
Wait, you know Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
Take the comically large check, but don't say anything.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or...
No.
I don't know. I I feel like if I say thanks, then it's too far gone. Like I've told him, like, I will do stuff for you because of you, blah blah blah. But I'm like, no, it's cool. I've got integrity. It just feels rude, you know?
Don't mention it. But also, don't forget it. I'm just kidding, of course.
Is he?
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak.
That's concerning.
I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
How do you know about my lost gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried.
Misfit.
Everything's going to be...
Hello, hello, how are you? I just learned his name is Harry Dubois. If that is his real name. Misfit, how are you? I heard my phone.
We'll be back with Star Wars on Friday. I pinky swear.
Bet.
Pinky swear. Pinky swear.
Everyone will remember that. Every time that clip plays, you have to play Star Wars. You're here. I appreciate you being here.
It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing
I don't
with
care.
it right
I don't
now,
I don't
pointing
make
it
the
into
rules.
their own
I just
mouth.
enforce them.
It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Kim.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
As he says, to himself. Check the novel to check the chair's killing you.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
No, I'm not about to cry.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Orange man snaps his fingers, but to no effect. You're in some stupor. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe place. Keep lying down the chair like a jello shot. Noodles is fine. I've been in a weird headspace today. There are no Harrys.
While Everard is distracted by your odd behavior, the lieutenant's eyes are mapping everything around you. The folder, desk, papers on the wall.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
It could be.
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's...
I'm not Mr. Dubois. You're Mr. Dubois. I'm as good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. Vaguely gesture with your hands above your head. Yeah, man, I'm fucking great. Actually, this chair's uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water. I'm able to...
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
I'm told you call me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So that's really my name?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you?
Hobo cop.
What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
Well, that's true. My memory's a bit
I
hazy.
assure you, there's nothing to be ashamed of, Harry. You're among friends, and the good news is...
Taps on the folder in front of him.
I have a big fat folder on you, Harry. I'm sure you have a lot of questions to ask. Maybe I can help you out.
Don't trust him. For all you know, Dubois might be his name. You need to confirm this.
It's not. It's Everard. It's Everard. It does start with a D,
sure
but
you had some concerns
it's Everard Clare.
I might be able to address. And you are probably right. I can.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Lieutenant inspects Everard over his spectacles.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Where did you get that folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Let's get this straight. What is my full name?
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
You feel like a Dubois, but you don't feel like a Harry. Strange.
I feel like a Dubois, but not quite like a Harry. Something longer.
Sure, okay. You're Harold. Harmon. Haroldamus? But that's not what the record says. The record says Harry Dubois, a real man's name.
Lieutenant covers his face and sighs audibly.
Mr. Kitsuragi doesn't seem even slightly empathetic to your memory loss, Harry. I, however, wish to help you any way I can.
Do you know where I live?
But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay.
You know anything about my family? Do I have a wife or kids, or...
Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
I think I do. I'd be a wonderful father. I don't know if Harry would. Never mind.
Family, Harry, is the most important thing in the world.
What kind of cop does it say I am?
Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic.
Sorry?
Yes. You seem to be. A lot of the time. But right now, there's no reason to be. Let loose a little. Be you.
Let's talk about it.
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me.
I'm told the union involved in the local... Help me get a dead body down from a tree.
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
Say
I can
nothing.
certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values.
He licks his fat lips and
But
smiles.
of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
Picks up the handset radio phone to his right. He then clicks the button.
Jean-Luc, the cop who bested you in physical combat is here, and he has a little dead body in a tree problem. Namely, he needs it to be taken down. Please extend him this courtesy. You can find Luke down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you, now that he's back on his feet.
What's in the container outside your office?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
There's something special about it. It was attached to the Kvalsund crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help you, like I'm helping you with the body. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected
Secret
to the
task complete.
So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
Kim, is that true? Are we door-opening machines? I've opened a few doors in my life. You've heard wrong, Everett. We're not.
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
It's very shady, actually.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you?
Jiggling ooze.
Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
He removes his glasses and rubs his nose.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
Bet you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Damn it, fine. I'll look into it. We need to talk about that murder.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
Looks his
You
fingers.
can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
I met Joyce.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals?
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez here. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you get that nasty body down from the tree. I'm not a jealous guy.
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
That's rough, buddy.
I don't know.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
You sure? I find it a little odd.
I'm just a nice guy, Harry. I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't nice.
Usually people who say they're nice
Politics
guys
is
are
all
not
about
nice guys.
emotions, and I want you to have positive emotions when you think of me.
Okay then. Positive emotions it is. You like positive emotions.
Okay, let's talk about something
Of
else.
course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is
Don't
doing.
trust
I myself
you?
have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
Let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone.
Grandma.
Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Hold on, could you really be holding my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Wait, the gun may have been bought from Roy's pawn shop. Have your men factored that in?
Yes. Thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. My men have indeed factored in that you pawned it. Now, please, let the professionals do their job. Kick back, Harry, relax.
It's my job.
I have great guys on this.
I am the law.
Focus on what's important. Building our relationship for the good of Martinez.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshit.
No worries, Misfit. I appreciate you being here. I will not be blackmailed with this gun business.
Harry, I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing. I can't have it around in my neighborhood. Kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak.
Not gun
Teenage
roulette.
Gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry.
I assure you, we are working on locating the missing sidearm as well.
The lieutenant is concerned about the lost gun and feels that the fact you haven't prioritized looking for it is unfortunate.
I haven't had an option to.
It doesn't put the RCM in a good light.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks like we have a friendly gun-finding competition on our hands.
Told the union's involved in the local drug trade.
Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny Fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
No comment.
Harry, you wound me, Harry, in the heart. But I trust you to put this to bed. Do what you must, and let's change the subject, shall we?
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Aren't you gonna ask me how I got in
Am
here?
I going to ask? Hell, Harry. You spin-kicked my strongest man in the face. I saw it from my window.
Window?
Would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard?
You don't have a window.
It was a figure of speech, Harry. Of course I don't have a window. I'm in a container.
Right.
Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well in... Let's hear it, Harry.
Everard's large hands are covering the folder, but the look on his face says, I know everything about you, Harry.
I've got nothing to hide.
Oh, Harry. Oh, wow. This is really something.
I'm sure it's not that bad. At worst, he has an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt even that.
So how about it, Harry? You need assistance. Of course, Harry, of course.
I'm gonna leave now, but we might talk again later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Thanks. I was wondering how I'm supposed to get out. Great. Wouldn't want to get stuck in here.
You're one of us now. A real red and white union man. Take care, Harry.
What did you just give me? Right, knowledge to check. Yeah, that.
Yes?
Can I convince this thing to open now?
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
What is he doing? That's not the tab button. That is. I look at this already. Although if halogen lights watches you emitting a low buzz. Can I go down here at all? Oh, yeah.
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamic.
Knocked you out like a god of martial arts. It was just something I had to do.
Our personal dynamic has changed. A little.
He means very little.
Everett told you to help us get the body down from the tree.
So it was. You bested me in race combat to reach my superior, then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, enemy. I will go and remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
That would mean you're openly showing the people that you're taking the Union's side.
Wait, that means showing everyone that we're taking the orders from the Union. What if we don't want to do that? Okay, then. Wait here. Well, Measurehead goes. No way, we're...
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
Wait, that means show everyone that we're taking orders from the Union.
Yes. That is precisely what it means, homunculus. This is not going to happen any other way.
Okay.
Hey, see that they stay here the whole time.
Make it quick. Okay, now, like, what happens if we leave? Yeah, and cell phones aren't a thing.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
We're just trying to keep things from going to shit.
Have you ever thought that maybe things should go to shit? I'm Katya, by the way.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
No, I don't. I've seen enough of that dead body already.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
Get his ass, Kim. Get his fucking ass. Yes, I'm an unbelievably corrupt cop. I'm corrupt every opportunity I get. It's none of your business.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then, the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
There's been no side choosing. We did what we had to keep order.
And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
That's nice
It's
enough.
but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He notes solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Everett said you have a key to a door.
Key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
Said it belonged to a weasel. Some whistleblowers, I think.
Oh, say no more. I got you.
So,
I got
do
that
that thing.
key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity.
That's how I guess. Said the ship continued. What's up, Kill? I saw an opportunity, I took it. I'm a hustle grinder. I heard something about a weasel and it didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. Shout out Dr. Kill. I'm not opening this door for myself. I'm opening it for all working men. I'm not really doing this for political reasons.
Oh, so the none of the above type, are you? I get it, I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the Whirling and Raptor.
Yeah.
That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized.
Okay.
Means we keep out of each other's business.
Here we go.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella.
I got the
Talked about
fancy.
life and things that really, truly matter.
This gaze wanders off into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for?
Uh-oh, looks like we're gonna have to do some fighting.
Well, that was a bad time to give Kill a fancy shout out. No offense to Kill. Possum, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you? How was Ragnarok? Flippin' love Ragnarok. I know it's definitely too early. Yeah, I gotta wait 1 minute before giving the fancy shout out to Possum. I'll just leave it typed out so I remember. Kill gets all the fancy shout out. Everyone follow Kill. Possum, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you're having a great night. I hope Ragnarok was awesome. And if you need a raid and rest, that's totally okay. Bill's the top Hello Kitty alien adventure streamer in the world. It's true. It's true. Ragnarok is dope. How far in it are you? I finally got around to playing it like end of last year. Raid and cry yourself to sleep? Oh no. I mean, that's... Freya just became a bird. Oh, okay. I mean, if you need a raid and cry yourself to sleep, I totally respect that. Take care of yourself. It's true, that game taught Misfit how to use a shield. There we go. Anyone's not following Possum, go ahead and give him a follow. Shield's easy to forget.
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are.
Yes, follow me. You heard the man.
Who he is and what they're fighting for? This is interesting. Ask him about the Hardy Boys.
Oh, the Hardy Boys.
Los Hardys? They're an independent
We're doing pretty okay. We're finally making some progress.
Comes with the responsibility.
Last week we played for 30 minutes and then oops, golf happened. And then, but now we're actually making some progress. The week before I was feeling kind of stuck. Golf. Uh-oh.
They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's
I mean, golf. Who's ever played that?
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law, to some neighborhood vigilante?
Look, I didn't say we were. I didn't say we weren't. I would like to. I don't know. I was going to say I would like to finish the day in this game first, but I don't know if that's going to be too late to play golf at that point. Like
a man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Okay. Waits patiently. Okay. Trigger warning, we're about to walk over to a tree where a man was being hanged earlier.
That felt good. Your heart's pounding.
You should tell people to fuck off more often.
Well, it's not really my
Hey,
style.
I've got an idea on how to fix your style. Maybe you should just go fuck yourself, yeah?
Okay, well, being mean to myself, I guess. That's par for the course. Hey, there's that lady that I yelled mean things to. Oh, hey, Kuno, what's up?
You missed a good show before.
Oh, there's the dead man.
Kids came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
Oh. Wish I could have been here to see it. Now I have some questions.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonaut.
Pigonaut. Oh, fuck. God.
He's an ungovernable youth on the crime scene, flying around incendiary language, trying to push your buttons.
Get your snap. You should give up, Pope.
You okay?
That went wrong. He took it as a compliment.
The fuck about it?
Where's the rest of his armor?
Give a shit about the armor.
How come?
Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
Oh.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
You're just too small for the armor.
Get the fuck out of here trying to fuck on me with that midget shit. Kuno's 12. He's huge.
Kuno's 12. Maybe get off the fucking amphetamines.
What are you? Fucking 80?
He sure said a lot of bad words.
Kuno can fit 4 of you in Kuno. Fuck out of here.
In?
Trying to fuck on Kuno. Fuck out of here.
What do you mean threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
Performs a kickoff on the imaginary
Kuno
helmet.
kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You threw it in the sea?
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gates.
Who do you mean troubadour?
Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows.
Cows?
So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Yes, this troubadour has it. You can feel it.
Contusions all over his body. Did you do that?
What are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
Grabs his head like it's suddenly hurtling.
Says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You're stupid. Contusions are bruised. I'm talking about the marks your stones left on the corpse.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing? This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
You hear the lieutenant hum. He's thinking the kid has amassed quite the vocabulary of law enforcement terms, but he's not going to stick his nose into this.
Proceed with. You and my partner are wondering where did you pick up so many police terms?
Me and my partner are wondering, do you guys puff Peter?
Kuno erupts into laughter, pointing his finger at you, then Kim, then back at you. An unfortunate choice of words, the lieutenant from Precinct 57 thinks. He looks at the harbor walls looming overhead. He could use a
You're testing Kuno's.
Get lost.
So many bad words.
Kuno doesn't.
Shut up. Fucking hate Kuno.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Where else have we seen a gang of men in work boots? That's right, the hardy boys in the mess hall of whirling in rags.
Go over them one by one.
1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 46. Just like Titus was wearing in his booth. This is the big dick, Titus Hardy. The one with the bald cap on his head.
Interesting.
Is it? They didn't even bother to change boots. Putting them on the scene is easy. Maybe even too easy. 2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. Either the blonde muscular guy, Glenn, or the young guy with a plectrum around his neck.
What?
3. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 43. The inked banger, perhaps. 4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46. Theo, the old smoker. You think you even see a tiny fleck of cigarette ash inside the print.
What else?
5. Another standard work boot. Reinforced toes. Number 44. Same as before. Either the musician, Eugene, or the muscle-bound blonde, Glenn. 6. Light as air. Same make of boot. But number 41. Small like a rat. Shanky.
Should have gotten this earlier.
Better late than never, detective. The whole world is dark and the tracks burn in it with strange beauty.
Count the rest.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. Number 46. The imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. Fat Angus. Carrying something?
And the last one.
8. Another standard work boot. Number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. The right sole is smoother, more worn. Curious. A missing 8th Hardy Boy.
7 sets of tracks, right? The Hardy Boys were here.
8, actually.
That's all? Interesting. Then one of them seems to be missing. Anything else out of the ordinary?
A leader like Titus doesn't let one of his guys out of sight easily, especially at a time like this.
Light step number 41 shoe. An aberration, one sole smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the missing Hardy Boy. Wonder who he is.
Have any ideas?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor.
What am I doing? Who knows?
He regrets it the moment he says it.
One of the people we're looking for is a drummer.
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
I forgot I had that emote. Yes, prudent. It is not far enough away from my desk to do it this time. Let's just be sliding down in defeat. But it's been there for a while. It just never gets used. Never forget.
I'm guessing that's the skinny Hardy Boy. The one with his front teeth missing.
Yes.
I could still be wrong, but I'm probably not.
Me too. At least physically.
200. This could be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up. Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built armored man. Maybe it was a fat Hardy Boy, the one sitting in the middle.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Now I will cease to talk. How much is that? How much is 200 kilograms? 200 kilograms to pound. 440 pounds? It's not impossible.
Possibly, yes.
How old do you think these checks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
How do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
So far, so good. Only one thing missing.
He looks at the track, face lightening up from the realization.
Of course, there were 8 tracks, but there are only 7 Hardy Boys.
Let him have his moment of joy.
There's one pair missing from the Union box. The 8th pair.
I'm not sure. So it was so also was present at the lynching, but isn't in the mess hall right now.
I doubt the Hardys are going to tell us who this person is. For now, it's best
Decisions.
keep our eyes open. I'm sure our investigation will eventually lead us to the old soul.
Through all of it. That. Okay, dokie. There's always the next day, or the next day, or the next day, the next day. But not too many days after that. I'm going on vacation on Tuesday.
On the ground, among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
It's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
Field autopsy.
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2.
Did you sit on dogs?
3.
You
field autopsy.
monster.
4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
The fuck are they on about? Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Do we have someone else for this? A doctor? Don't we have someone else to cut his shit open? Got it.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Rooney is not who I am. I'm Harry.
No, you're not a Harry either. You're a motherfucker. That's who you are. Rooney the motherfucker.
That's right. Who killed you?
Love did me in, Provocopo. It was love all along.
Where were you feeling pleasure when you died?
Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
I forget.
I know what this means. More
Where have you
questions
gone?
into the wild in
Where's
the
that?
past. Way out.
Who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
Killer. A motherfucker.
Lurk. Thank you for the lurk, Possum. Thank you for the raid. I hope you have a great night. If you need to get out of here.
Takes one to know one.
Go ahead, Copo.
Oh no.
Come back later, Copo. Amuse yourself.
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Do you have another pair of gloves?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, I need a pair then. Can we return to this shortly? We have glove hunting to do. Okay, I'll take it like a man.
And hygienically?
I need a pair then.
Let's not go glove hunting, please. Let's use division of labor. I perform the anatomical side, while you take notes.
Let's fill this in, right? I'm ready to fill out this for you.
That's right.
You knew it because you inspected your ledger. The lieutenant is relieved you know the protocol.
Open your ledger to field autopsy form.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Begin. 1. Assistant.
That's you.
Right, Harry Dubois.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings. Just lies there. The next box says...
2. Coroner's case number.
KK57-0803.0815.
Write it down.
Next.
Name.
NA. Next.
Date of birth.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
About 50.
The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook, teeming with opportunistic microorganisms, letting out a foul-smelling diamine compound. Your eyes turn watery.
Race.
Mondial.
Write it down.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex.
Fucky, fucky!
Little monster. The little monster exclaims energetically.
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Right, fucky. Right, male. Right, pig's gonna have sex.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th, 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only 1 box remains.
Evidence of treatment?
None. At least not after the initial examination.
A strange word. Treatment.
What exactly is treatment anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
How did you not know that? Aren't you a cop? You're leaving a weak impression here. Say something sure-handed.
I'm not so sure. Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over? Agree, no treatment. I'm not so sure.
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dock workers.
Places his hand on the dead man's chest as if in preparation.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites.
DeLorean?
It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant
Rosencrantz?
puts his
Guildenstern?
hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette ball-like against the window. Outside,
Ball-like.
Houdon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. The building is tall, 7 stories wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide. The other, an accident. The small one. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
Ad starts in 1
We
minute.
should start the post-mortem.
Turn the
The
page.
corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copy paper tries to answer why.
External examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
Turns the body onto its side, check the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something.
Red-haired thing. Write it down.
Boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Write it down.
Tattoos.
Stands up, feet plain on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Write it down.
The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
Write it down.
Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing.
Write it down.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Write it down. Short, light brown, male pattern baldness.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Write down, but meant for high velocity. Write down.
Ligature mark.
Lieutenant produces a small folding knife with the other hand pulling on the belt. Starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut. Write that down.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Good thing we got these chain cutters to pull out the rubber grip chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now,
was the rope squeezing the dead man's neck?
We need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
My pig.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Yes, I'm Kuno's pig, I agree. I'm not your pig, Kuno. Look for a good spot to cut. Cut the belt off. Look for a good spot to cut.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east.
How? I think I just scratched a scab off.
That's rough, buddy.
I don't know if I should do yes, I'm not your pig, or just go for the belt. I'm assuming I kind of leaning towards just go with the belt, but I'm not positive. Probably should not say yes, I'm Kuno's pig, I agree. I feel like that's going to give me something bad later on. And I'm not your pig, Kuno, is going to just cause him to yell at me. So I just try to cut the belt off.
You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold. Then...
The big oof. Is that man naked? No, he's got undies on. Right in this area. But everywhere else, naked. Well, he does have boots on also. Rotate some more.
A really, really bad smell is coming from there now. And some kind of cracking sound.
Can't be naked with boots, that's right. Enough. Cut some.
Yeah, fuck him! Fuck that buggery! Corpse fucking time!
I don't think you could say that.
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
Let him work.
He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision. Yes, that's much better form than you had.
Shut up, physical instrument.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Here.
He hands you the chain cutters back and then nails closer to the body, running his fingers along the dark red groove until he comes to a gap.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Write it down.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
He pulls down the man's underpants.
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Write it down and move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip.
That would
Before
hurt.
you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
Write it down.
Last item, hands.
Takes the man's right hand in his, inspects it, then moves on to the other hands. Let the lieutenant work alone.
Hands
He
are
has
clean.
gloves.
No sign of a recent struggle.
Write it down.
Ooh.
Sure.
That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Internal.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
You don't even have a joke.
Nope.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
Right down.
Respiratory system.
Back hunch as if in prayer. He begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. Stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
From here, it looks as though the clown-faced man is screaming. The tendons of his jaw are torn apart. Hyoid ripped from the force of the lieutenant's hand.
Look inside the dead man's mouth.
No scream. No sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again. Straight in that mouth of his. No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in.
Write it down.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Oh, why don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
He looks at the corpse's stomach with a mixture of tiredness and disgust. I don't think so.
Neither am I.
That's it?
That's it. Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Both?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there.
Alicia's and me wonders if there's something we could still do.
Like a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Brimming with cocaine.
Right, NA and add toxicology request.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Right down.
Gastrointestinal.
Breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around to the ground, the pool of feces there.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Touches the corpse's bloated lower abdomen, briefly. Write it down, omit the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
What about the injuries we have inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Okay, I have inflicted.
Okay, so there's a spin-stabilized munition from a Kiel A990 muzzleloader lodged in his lung, and an incision on the thorax from a chain cutter. I wouldn't mention those. Better not to muddy the waters.
But isn't that sloppy?
Be pedantic if you like, it doesn't matter. No one else is going to investigate this man's murder. And if they do, such details would only confuse them.
Fair enough.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
The boy nods approvingly.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Kuno's going to grow up to be a cop.
Now, injuries.
Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Write down.
And your opinion, officer?
Beneath the description, there are 2 boxes waiting to be ticked. Non-fatal post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone.
Kuno.
The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
Kuno.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
That's not what I put.
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
The lieutenant's admission has caused great gratitude in Kuno. He is silent with it.
Write it down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Right. Next.
Ligature mark. What's the 4th injury field for?
Nothing. Just in case.
Oh. I hate that for you. I hate that for you, Lord. Ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Write it down.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Hemorrhaging on the skin above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Water would be nice.
There's no signs of clawing on the neck. I kind of would want to say it's non-fatal post-mortem. It is a fatal injury, though. Like, if he was alive when that happened, it would kill him. But there's not really signs of a struggle. But if he was drugged out of his gourd, there might not have been. But if they killed him and then brought him here and hanged him. Falls silent abruptly. Appreciate you stopping by. Good luck at work.
He is deep in thought, eyes fixed on the bright red ring around the dead man. cold air encircles you, rising slowly upward in the shape of a courtyard, bordered by cracked plaster, windows, seagulls perched on air conditioning units. A small green enclosure in the middle of a corral of tenements, Cape-side apartments, whirling in rags, and the fortress wall of Terminal B. Above it, a thin blanket of coastal stratus clouds. Higher yet, Coalition airships guard over the 21 cordons of the zone of control. The air is crisscrossed with radio transmissions. The hair on your neck rises.
Was that right?
You are.
Why do you say that?
I don't think this was the injury that killed him.
Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal?
I arrived at this conclusion through the psychic arts. I can't shake the feeling he was doing something else when he dies. No reason. It's just a random guess.
I'm not usually one to go for these hunches, but I think I agree. I thought we had our cause of death here, officer. Now I think we should leave it empty, at least for the time being. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
First, how did it go?
It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. But personally, I do not see this as a parameter for success.
Y'all gonna make me the opposite of thirsty. Bane! Good night, chicken. Good night, Bane. I appreciate you stopping by. I don't know how long you've been here, but
Camping by a medkit.
thank you for the hydrate and thank you for the nights.
Behind you, behind you. Oh god.
Is that Devour?
Here she comes. Oh no.
Oh, she's on the second floor.
Jesus Christ, I hate her.
That's not fair.
Did you just die as soon as I got you up?
Yeah.
Yeah, damn it.
Just watched a video for 5 minutes about someone making a ceramic inhaler just to get to the end and realize that's not an inhaler. Nice.
We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath. We were
What else?
thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to
Yeah,
say?
I have an idea.
It was a professional field autopsy.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
Nah, what now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
What about a copy of the autopsy pages?
For processing.
Looks at the dead man one more time, then at the slip of red paper in his hand, then at the corpse again.
He's thinking, did I miss something?
Hello.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Look in his pants again.
He pulled down his breeches. Marbling is present around the crotch. The penis has shrunk, crawling halfway back inside him.
Okay, that's it.
Can't get enough of that dick.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
Yes. There's something we're not seeing.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Okay, where do we find a fridge for the body?
Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus below that building?
Huh?
Why, yes, there was. It was massive, red eyes glowing in the dark.
Why, yes, there was.
Now, detective, I've rarely been disappointed by the size of a giant ice bear fridge, but I think we should still take a look at it first. Make sure it's big enough before we carry him over.
Fair enough.
Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become harder to find.
Let's get out of here, Kuno. It's down here. Oh, boop, 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 boop. Put that away for now. Put it up here. Better plug it back in. Burp.
The bear's eyes are dead.
I think this fridge can. It looks big enough for 2 corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it's more than big enough and cold enough. Honestly, it's perfect. All we have to do is plug the fridge back in.
Hmm.
Both cables are unplugged from the breaker box. A giant electric mammal awakens. The dead body is going to be safe in the embrace of its cold innards.
Great. The owners of this building will just have to keep paying for the electricity sucked up by this monstrosity a little longer. Let's return to the fridge.
I'll try to open this again.
This orange machine is turning the crank. Feels oddly satisfying. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur. What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fact? You slip your fingers under the frozen lid. If you want to try again, then you need to have...
Equip the pry bar.
Yeah. I literally just put it away. It usually tells me that it's
this
too
orange
late.
machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric. The bear's eyes are still glowing.
Will you help me with the body cam?
Of course. I'll take the head, you take the feet. It's not going to be the easiest thing in the world, but we'll manage.
The two of you, easily.
Okay, let's do it.
The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the bed. Then 10 more minutes.
So loud.
To the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
Performing pagan rites. Let's bring out the meat and set it on fire.
I knew you would say that. I knew this would lead to drinking. No, no more. This is paganistic enough, and he does not leave this room.
He means it. He doesn't want to be the Ice Bear cop.
Yeah, I'm not proud either. But we did find a fridge.
As impressive as the fridge is, this is a small victory, among numerous defeats. At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection, under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the Ice Bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Shoot,
Looney Rooney.
How you liking the fridge?
I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're a genius. A regular Corporal Angelo.
Yeah, that's
Come
not...
back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible.
No, that's not...
You touch the dead man's body. His skin is cold, light blue and silver in the light of the fridge. You still have no idea where to begin, or what to even do with him.
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
Oh, hey, I found a slot now. Show special mission. Name and none of them is familiar. They seem real, but something is wrong. You feel like a kid looking at a sticker at the fridge. Feels like the most important of all thoughts, the one you truly must complete. I thought I unlocked. Oh no. But I do have a skill point, don't I? I do. Where's perception? Level that up. I can do it again? Level up. Hell yeah. Got all my skill points.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over. You touch the dead man's body. His skin is cold.
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
Okay, well. Okay, let's get out of here. We gotta go around town.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Disagree, but whatevs. I want to know what's in this.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. The royal lion, Guillaume's kitten. This knocker will last a lifetime and then some.
Carefully not.
You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
I guess no one is in?
Lieutenant, what's your opinion on the task we're undertaking?
Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself.
Lieutenant replies, still inspecting the padded door.
Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about.
So you don't mind if I unlock the door?
I mind that the local thug is using the RCM for his busy work. But if this gets us to the bottom of this hanging, then I'm willing to look over it. On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Evrart we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it.
Lie to Evrart? That's also an option?
Yes. Presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You took this task. You make the call.
The door is right here. You can just open it and be done with this. Besides, if you never open it, you're never gonna find out what's behind the door.
That's true.
The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No bird. You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there. A white alligator. A fountain of quicksilver. As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft. A whistle.
how the inner world walking sticks lies up. Small suitcase full of clothes. Guess we're staying up. I almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
That's good to know. Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. Don't we all?
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
Tap
a
the
little
mugs.
ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. The images betray a lack of interest in human beings. They are merely unflattering caricatures.
What do I mean uncomfortable?
The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much.
So what they can think what they want. This free world. Thanks, good to know. I have no opinion on this.
This person is unhappy. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Same, dude. Whip out your yellow man mug and compare.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a
Welcome
way
back.
of magically connecting to other clues down the road. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
You really think it's the same man who put the dead man's clothes in the trash?
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from these clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
Move on from the mug. Oh, disinfectant in the room smells like chemicals. Oh, I don't even. Okay. Buh. I took the man's shirt. Logic goes up 1. What does this shirt do? Conceptualization goes up 1, but suggestion goes down 1. So let's swap shirts. Oh, look, I see a little bit of his chest. Starting to look like a real cop man. Cop man, he's a cop man. Let's go in here. I don't like the mouse being upside down, miss it, and I want you to know that. Okay, this one keeps flashing at me. Distant traffic. Night's falling on the city. Room glow of light pollution rises from the east. Curtain shift just a little. Someone's watching from within. Excuse me, sir. You appear to be contaminating your lungs. Would you like to
Gendarmerie.
be arrested? Young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from his
It feels
cigarette.
like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood.
It's not Friday. It's a Tuesday because it's day 2. No, the restraint I have with not requesting golf.
And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
Well, tomorrow's metaphor. If you requested golf on metaphor, you know. We got your hit. Found the key right under the stone.
Beautiful.
He replies, smiling as he looks at you. Something sparkles in his eye.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
Is this is that a euphemism? I don't know what to do with that information if it is. Or if it isn't, for that matter. I think I'm more comfortable with that answer. I don't care if it's true or not. I think I'm more comfortable with that answer. I don't. I don't love it. Fudge. What am I doing again? Tell me, are you here to make things right again? I was hoping to talk to a possible gesture. No, make them spectacular. I'm just trying not to screw anything up. Yes, I was normal before. Normal. It says again, nearby street lamp cast shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender
I have
cheekbones.
some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello.
I were.
Step in. He's already waiting.
Okay. Is it Friday night? Is it Friday tonight? It feels like Friday. Talk to him, but first I want to talk to you. So many questions.
It does feel like the end of the week. It's so magical. The white falling against the black.
Okay, I'll talk to him, but first I want to talk to you. I have so many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
Oh, well, in that
He
case.
takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette.
Unfiltered?
And looks around. It's getting dark, and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Cat did it.
Besides, I've got to run.
Run where?
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
That's what I said. Run where?
To the city.
Just
beautiful night.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
Only if you promise we'll talk again. It's important.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk. Just not tonight.
Oh, thank goodness.
Take care, alright?
Level up. There's something so different about him that I can't put my finger on.
Different, of course.
His shirt. Why is his shirt always unbuttoned? He's such a good listener. I like talking to him. There's just something so mysterious about the way he talks and moves. He smells good. Why on earth does he smell so good? Why is his shirt always unbuttoned?
His shirt.
You're sleeped. Get some sleep. Trying to hold back laughter.
His shirt. His shirt. No, I don't know why his shirt is always unbuttoned.
Oh, okay, then fuck me, I guess. Don't get sleep. Sorry, I don't know why I took. Don't get sleep. I don't know. Don't tell me how to live your life. What? Don't. Reverse that. Don't let me tell you how to live your life. There we go. Oh,
come on,
fudge, dude.
Let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
I hate my brain and mouth. What's this? I should put away my flashlight. I don't need to be shining this at people. Also, I should up my perception so I can try the fridge again. It's maxed out. Someone's always watching. Empty ashtray. Dishes soaked up in a pot. Flyers for underground parties. Dates for open lectures at a local university. Plus logic, minus suggestion. Take. Ensure progress plan. It can't be made of metal. What's in here? Excuse me, I'm rifling through your friend's house. I'll take that too. Smells of men's perfume lingering in the air. Old photo of the same apartment dated year '01. Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspapers.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
That's me. The law. The man in business casual removes his cufflinks.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason, you feel this man is your superior.
What?
Superior, but he's not in the command chain.
Oh.
My name is Charles Vildrouin.
That's the
and
name.
I'm an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super.
Super.
I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Yes,
No,
sir.
First, ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot. Yes, make it clear you're the one setting the terms here.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's fuck with him. Who does
Yeah.
he is?
Yeah.
Assisting you.
Before we go on, I absolutely have to inquire about this wonderful canopy. Before we get to that, tell me where you get this beautiful silk robe from. We'll get to that right after you tell me the story behind the black Sumerian hat. Hello, Mr. Villager. Let's get started.
Oh, we got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think it's a little culturally insensitive, but the material is great. Sadly, the shop is now out of business. That's really all I can tell you about it.
Forms a little rooftop with his fingers. Cold air sweeps in from the balcony.
That didn't work at all.
Fuck.
What was that? You were supposed to fuck with him, not compliment the decor. The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
What's an official like you doing in Martinet?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stabilité. Inflation is a killer.
True.
Like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy.
True.
It must be controlled.
True.
The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but why are you here in this department?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper
Doubt
before
it.
the cannons took the top 4 stories off.
Doubt it.
This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
Okay, enough business. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you wish, officer.
You actually witnessed the
I'm sorry
lynching?
to say I did, officer.
It's just a break we've been looking for. Start from the beginning if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Interesting.
How many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
Any of them look like drummers. One of them huge, like 200.
Giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell.
Weapon
I
next.
went back inside.
Yes, back inside. Keep yourself safe from the killing.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men, women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
Weapon next.
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Why didn't you call the
You're
RCM?
right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was late.
So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Those are all my questions. Thanks for your time.
Of course. Anything I can do to assist the RCM.
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts.
Fine,
It
but
is a cornerstone of our civilization.
fine, but what's his real name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the
He's
arts.
deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which
He's
arts?
a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
What are you doing in his apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
What view? It's dark outside.
Listen.
Says, raising its hand.
Baby is crying in the neighboring apartment.
Someone's baby is crying.
No, listen.
Says again, looking outside.
The Insulindian Bay.
What about
This
it?
place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
Knocks on balcony door, his face mirrored in the darkened glass. I was asking about your friend.
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee. I'm all ears, officer. A moment. Officer, do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Hold on. Why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
I'm not going anywhere. I just want to take a look around in this apartment. Thanks for the heads up, but my work here's done.
Of course. I'm glad I could help.
Okay. Okay. Ain't close to the end of the day, but I want to try that fridge one more again.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. Your arms reach out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh, first with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand.
What is this?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips, like a spider. Your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
Crawl up his nostrils.
They are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in.
Push your fingers in his
Only
nose.
the little one fits. The flesh changes shape as you bore in, searching for something in the cartilage. The thing you're looking for, it's not there. Crawl out, spider.
Put your finger in his mouth.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track.
Play with it. This feels right.
The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, delicate to touch. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in.
Open your eyes.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat, and there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
Touch it with your finger, gently.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Put your finger in.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Brainstem?
Yes, that's what this part is called. You've seen the drawings. You've studied them.
Yeah, feel around first.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. The funk soul brother at the back of his head has gone dark forever. Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
But if it was a gun, there'd probably be a bullet hole at the top, right?
The ululations of the limbic system have ended. All is quiet.
There's a cavity cut right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Push deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him.
Wriggling.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper, until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin. The pain is barely noticeable under the adrenaline rush.
Feel a solid object right under the skull.
Can you get to it?
Inspect the skull
There's
first.
a tiny crack. A protrusion in the cranium. Right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it. From the inside. The object that is in there stops just short of the skull. In the encephalus. Knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
Oh, thank God.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. Feels sharp, like metal. You press your teeth together. Your jaw is clenched. All you need to do is just...
slowly pull your fingers
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
Ooh. So like a really low caliber gun? Like a bullet?
A bullet.
Pulls a small bag marked evidence and drop it in.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber rifle. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Keep it, Lieutenant, as a gift.
No, you deserve it. We can log it later.
Lieutenant drops the bag in your bloody hand. It feels like.
We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds about right.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Agreed.
And one last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark. Opinion non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Mark the fracture highway was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Dead dabba doop doop. Agreed.
I have had my doubts since you showed me the tracks. Why did they carry him over? Why not march him, I thought. There was no satisfying explanation. There have been other signs too. Small things.
Find the bullet before you get fooled.
Hanging as cause of death, as the perpetrators expected we would. No such luck for them.
We didn't fall for it, he thinks. There's pride in there.
I think I need to wash myself.
You really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
Who would do
That's
this?
for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Why?
To hide something. The real killer, the real motivation, what really happened here.
Maybe the bullet holds more answers?
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
What happens next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
You'll be gone? What should I do in the meanwhile?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
The word lingers in the air of the basement. Far away, ice cream makers are buzzing, and the sea wind blows outside. Detective.
Healed morale.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning.
Good thing it's the very end of the
He can
flipping
do
day.
side tasks and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
This bag, Kim. Take him away.
All right.
Takes out a shiny black body bag and starts pulling the plastic over the dead man's face.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands. I'll take the legs.
Bag corpse, drag it to the motor carriage. He let me not do the legs this time. Something new in here? Oh, the bullet.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found. Beside his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny, shriveled head of cauliflower.
What do I do with you, bullet?
The squished little thing has no idea. I know. You should find the gun that shot this bullet.
I'm gonna start talking to it. It'll keep me coming. Find the gun that shot it.
That sounds like something a police detective would do. First, you should learn all you can about this little guy. Then find the gun that shot it.
Ad starts on
the
one of
person that gun belongs to. He used it to kill your victim.
Feel the bullet through the bag.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag.
Inspect the bullet closer.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
Look at the jacket.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet.
I say striations.
Lines, linear. It feels standard.
In the core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound. Far away, Lieutenant Kitsuragi is flipping through stations in his Kanima. He is not here examining the bullet with you. He should be. He would find this very intriguing. Mention it to him later when he's here.
Well, there's nothing more to say. Put it away. Okay, I'm going to go into here.
Again, you find yourself looking at that big old window.
Not time yet.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Does not look particularly happy to see you. I will wait until Kim back. Oh, Gert.
Can I help you? You're already set for the night. Your door is unlocked.
Okay.
You see a heavy...
Oh. Oh, good. Just failed to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. Well, I'm happy to hear you came back.
This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right now.
Yeah, it's because I was elbow deep in a man's cranium.
Ah, that soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you.
I want to live forever with the corpse smell, memento mori and stuff.
The bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons. The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting, like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks, like sad duckies. You feel nice and lonely, and so tired.
Take the beer cans out.
Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub. They're not even really thoughts, just assorted sensations. None of them acute enough to focus on.
Linger in the tub.
Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools. What are you doing? You're not some fat fish in a fucking aquarium. Time to get moving.
Imagine something.
You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench. The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
We did that. Let him know. We'll let him know tomorrow. Wait for Kim probably to do it.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Tool. Oh. Can I? Oh, wrong button. Can I? Oh, can I? What if I do
A
this?
mirror hangs on
Nope.
the bathroom wall.
So. No, I mean, it says it's empty anyway, so that makes sense, I guess.
The window stands broken. You see some lights shimmering outside, but it's difficult to make out the outlines of the buildings.
This one's for you, Kim.
There it is, a brave little army in your pocket. You picked the best one. This.
Oh yes, Breton! Please light up! You need a trooper between your lips right now! Calm your shit down! Go to Pleasureland! Become a genius!
Sure.
Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go. The lighter's dark green disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off.
What are repercussions if I do this?
Repercussions? There's a high risk of glory, with a mild chance, cool genius. Smoking makes you into an intellectual. Everybody knows that.
Oh.
It will help you concentrate a bit. That much is true. It only lets you concentrate because you're in nicotine withdrawal. It only mitigates its own.
Has that always been that?
Blah, blah, blah. Boring. Light it up.
Yeah, sure.
Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a cigarettes button. Cigarettes gives +1 to intellect skills. Logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, visual calculus, encyclopedia, and drama. This is good before a white check, but...
Okay. Take them out of my hands. And I think it's probably okay for him to go to bed for the night, right? And then it'll be okay for me to go to bed for the night.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
Pain without love. Pain can't get enough. Pain.
Ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them
pain,
has their
then nothing
own
at all.
nasty song to sing. That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately.
I haven't had any alcohol
Every
since I
cell in
started
your
the game, though.
body is moaning in agony, asking,
Excuse
what
me.
did we ever do to you?
I'm sorry, Cells. It's all me. It's my fault.
You're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
This to express to fuck all borough. I'm an artist and liver damage is my art. I think I need medical attention. These are my just desserts. I will endure this pain with dignity.
Oh, yes. They'll check you out. Give you some pills. Make it all okay. The Wonder Makers.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital.
Sometimes
All
they
you've
give
got to
them to
do
you, though.
Is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are. Some of them are nice. Others are scared. At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets. People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep.
That's what I'm doing.
While the world goes on without you.
I've never fallen asleep on a stream. I'm just pretending that I'm asleep. It's all a shtick.
Let it. Let it.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have
sorry.
a city to burn.
It's a gif of me like slowly, and it kind of comes off that way, but it also anyways.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock
Ooh, I should.
and roll.
Yeah, rock and roll. Stand up. Stand up, Harry. Get up. Get up, Harry. You're isn't wary. Okay. Now we save game. Save.
Oh, yikes forever.
Ain't that the truth? Okie day. It's sleepy time. Yikes Forever is kind of my brand. raiding out to tonight? Got Pond. Bug. Oh, Mira's doing her 6-year stream anniversary. Mal's playing Baldur's Gate. See what Mira's doing. Ads. I don't know what she's doing. It looks like she's getting ready for bed. Oh no. Let's I don't think I've done a Retromancer raid. That doesn't look like Pokemon. That's Power World. Mal's doing Baldur's Gate. Fuck it. We haven't sent it over to Mal for a minute. Ads. Yeah. Ain't that the truth? I think it's been a week or so since we've sent it over to Mal. So let's do a Mal raid. I should be back tomorrow playing. Did you just start her 4th attempt at honor mode? Hell yeah. I should be back tomorrow doing some Metaphor, and then Thursday some Sly Cooper, Friday some Expedition 33, and then I might do some bonus streams because next week there will be no streams. So we might be doing like Saturday, Sunday, Monday stream, because Tuesday I'm going to Florida and I won't be back until, I won't be home again until June 8th. So we're going to be on a little bit of a hiatus. So we might be doing some bonus streams this weekend, but for now, we're going to send it over to Mal. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Thank you, Possum, for the raid. Please enjoy the rest of your day and or night. Please remember to be kind to one another, and I will see you all in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.